Right, we are doing a test with the Chevrolet Bolt EUV 2023 on West Virginian back roads here in Tucker County. Nobody's around me. Nobody should really be on the road at this hour. It's in the middle of the day. I believe, let's look at the temperature here. Temperature is 24 degrees, might be a little bit colder. And we're on a hill that kind of sways up that direction. You kind of see the sign there where it turns. And we're at a complete stop, and we're going to see how easy it is to get going. So I think we'll kind of do like a little bit of half and half, so you can see if ABS or traction control kicks in. There's a little bit of specks of gravel that's put on the road. So we'll see how this goes. Let's go. And I'm just going to ease it at first, and then see, piece of cake. Obviously you can floor it. I'm going to floor it a little bit. Traction control's kicking in a little bit, but once it kind of bites into the ground, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Like, holy macaroni. This thing just zips through the snow. Mind you, this is winter tread. Studded tire, there we are over the hill. Studded tires, winter tread, nothing fancy, and we're just zipping along. Once I hit another really crazy incline, you see there's another hill up here that's kind of gnarly, but usually on these turns they pepper it with tons of those gravel and stuff. So you see this turn is nothing, a little bit of a spin there, but just nothing. I mean, there's not a lot of snow, but it's just totally slick and slushy once everybody got out on the road. But in terms of plowing, they did no plowing at all. I think they just dumped just gravel, and that's it. As you see, there's a lot more snow here, not as much gravel or cinders that they put on the road. And so yeah, I think I'll end it here, and I'll see you on the next big incline of my commute to and from work. So yeah, we'll go from there. Right, so this is actually another test I want to do before we do some more hill climbing, is braking force. So I'm at a complete stop, and we're going to go down the hill a little bit. I don't know how fast we'll go, maybe like 15 miles an hour or something like that. And we're going to slam on the brakes. And another thing is, I have all four tires, obviously winter tread, are studded on all four. And we're just going to slam on the brakes and see how good the stopping power of these things are. We'll kind of maybe do it right here. We'll see. I think we might have another good spot to stop on. I think there should be a nice little straight coming up. And let's see. Oh yeah. Maybe, I don't know. This spot ain't the greatest. Maybe right here, there's a little bit of snow coverage. As you see, some spots are covered, some spots aren't. It just depends on how people were driving on it. So I'm gonna slam on the brakes. Wasn't really slam, but I did hit it pretty hard, and that was just nothing. ABS didn't kick in, and it was didn't feel any slippage, so it did great. So not too bad. If I find another hill, I'm gonna try another go at it. But it was pretty steep. It wasn't too bad. But we'll see. We'll give it a shot. All right, here's another really good hill, completely covered. I actually don't even see any cinders unless it's like underneath the snow. So as you see, nobody's around us, so we're pretty safe. Nobody coming down the road. So I'm gonna try and floor it, accelerating it, and then we're gonna hit the brakes hard to kind of show how well it handles. So I will try and keep the speedometer in view so you can kind of see if ABS and stuff kicks in or traction control. So I'm gonna floor it, accelerating it. It just bites through the snow, and I'm gonna slam on the brakes. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I mean, right here, it seems like it drifted, a good 2 or 3 inches of snow. because they just haven't touched the roads at all, except for maybe a little bit of cinders from the day before. And just this car, with its weight distribution, with the weight being in the bottom because of the battery, and obviously having winter tread. I mean, without the winter tread, these were stock tires. There's no way. Here's a really good incline right here, by the way. So I'm just flooring it, and it's just going straight. I mean, it's just doing fantastic. I mean, this car, I mean, like I said, with the obviously winter tread, studded tires, very important, since this is a front wheel drive only car. But with the weight distribution and all of those factors going for it, this car just does frigging incredible. So I gotta say, this car has just blown me away. And I don't know if you can really see on my odometer there. I think we're approaching 13,000 miles, and look at this, just these roads just look awful. But 13,000 miles in, I'd really like to do a review of the car, since I have a proper winter experience, West Virginian winter experience with this car. So I'd like to compile that in the future, a proper review of everything and my experiences with this car. Because wow, it's crazy. It's a crazy car. Crazy good. So look at this. I mean, just the roads are just a little bit of cinders here on the corner. You can kind of see it maybe. And as you see, nobody's on the roads today at this hour in the middle of the day. And it's just, this car just rips through this slushy and some of the fluffy solid snow that we got going on here. And not a problem at all. Once we hit the really steep hill, I'll be curious to see if they've treated it at all or tried scraping it off. The state road, tried scraping any of the snow off, because that will be a true test for this car. I mean, my commute is about 22 to 25 miles one direction, and going back is mostly uphill. So if we can make it up that hill no problem, or you know, mostly no problems, then that'll be really indicative of the car's capabilities. So I'll be very interested to see how it handles. Like you see on these turns, man, so much snow piled up, and it just handles it, just cuts through it like butter. So unbelievable, so unbelievable. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna end it here until we reach the hill. I just figured I'd show you a little bit more, because right now we're kind of going through some deeper snow as we're gaining an elevation back home. So yeah, how about that? Alright, so this is the start of the major hill climb, and already it's looking pretty nasty. So here we go. We're going to give it a shot, and we're going to see how this baby does. So far, again, the only thing I really see that they've done is just the cinders, I believe, from the night before or the day before, because you know, there was a little bit of ice yesterday. It wasn't too bad, but they haven't done anything to the roads today. So really tight turn. I'm taking a little bit wide just in case the back kind of swoops out, and a little bit of slippage there, but I mean, it just bit right through it. And you know, as long as you kind of keep your momentum up, I mean, this thing is, I mean, it's not really doing anything right now. It's just driving normally, essentially. It's almost as if there's nothing on the road. But clearly there is. I mean, clearly the roads are just absolutely nasty right now. And I think I only met one vehicle this entire time. I think just one truck I just passed a little bit ago. And yeah, I mean, nobody wants to be out on these roads today. Or at least until the state clears them off. And see another super wide turn. You have to take it slow. A little bit of slippage, as you can see. A little bit of traction control kicking in, keeping me straight. But that was a piece of cake. Super steep incline. You can kind of see maybe in the rear camera. And another wide turn that we're coming up to. Now this is going to be the mega climb right here. A little bit of slippage. but it's doing fine. Traction control is doing its job, keeping us straight. Wow. I mean, we're just we're just gripping. We're just gripping, dude. And there's gonna be a couple of turns up here. This is gonna suck if we end up meeting some cars, but I mean, not a problem. Oh, holy cow. This ain't a problem at all. And we're not going like, I mean, we're going below the speed limit, obviously, but I mean, going uphill, you want to have that momentum, and we're not going super fast, so it's doing great. It's gripping, it's ripping, and we're almost to the top. We're almost to the top. This is nuts. A first proper winter day here in Tucker County, West Virginia, and the Bolt EUV, not a problem. As long as you have good tires, good winter tires, not all season. If you can get studded, that's, you know, probably for the best, but today, not a problem at all. Just the rest of the way is just a decline, so this will be kind of a good test of have one pedal drive on, as you can see, and they recommend not doing that in slick conditions like this, but honestly, it hasn't been an issue at all. They probably just say that, I know with one pedal drive, it's only affecting the front tires, or the front, you know, where the motors are in the front of the car. And they probably say that because then, obviously, if you hit on the brakes, it's going to engage all four tires with the ABS. So, but honestly, it has not been an issue. Like right now, I'm just getting pure regen, and it's just putting me to a complete stop. You know, if I wanted to go to a complete stop, but it's doing great. Again, nobody's behind me, nobody's around me, not a problem at all. Just absolutely just tears through the snow. And we're turning in. So we'll have one little incline left, and I shouldn't say little, it's pretty steep, but it is graveled. It's not paved like these roads that we've been on, so that'll give us a little more of an advantage. So it shouldn't be a problem. So I guess we'll see. A little more slushy through here. It's not bad. Now we're back to more solid stuff, or fluffy stuff. I think it's kind of a little bit of mix of both. There's a squirrel. Just not a problem at all. Here's my speed and my battery life. I think I left with about 170, so, or about, I took the long route, so it was about 25 miles, so an extra 5 miles because of the temperatures. I think it's still around 24 degrees, 21 degrees. It actually dropped a little bit more. So here's our incline that we gotta climb, so we're gonna give it a go, give it a little bit of speed. And just driving normally so far. Going 18, I'm probably going a little too fast, but I do want to keep my momentum. But it's not a problem at all, dude. This is phenomenal. Phenomenally good car. General Motors, I mean, what? Just Chevy if you want to be specific. You guys messed up trying to discontinue this car. This is such a good car. Holy cow. I mean, unbelievable. I'll give you a little more of a view of the road rather than the gauge cluster. But, I mean, no slippage. ABS, or not ABS, traction control is not kicking in so far. I'll kind of give you a view of it still. And yeah, just ripping along. Home sweet home. We made it to the top. Hey. So, my impressions of the trip and how it performs in the snow. Holy cow. I was not expecting it to be this good. Now, mind you, could it be a different story if it was deeper snow? I mean, maybe. I mean, probably. Since it is front-wheel drive, I mean, the story could go either way. I mean, but generally speaking, I mean, I have no issues or no lack of confidence in this car's ability. And I just look forward to taking it and trying it out more throughout this winter season. So, yeah, this is kind of like my first proper winter drive in the Bolt EUV. And I gotta say, thoroughly impressed with how it performed. I'll kind of show you some energy stats here. Some impacts. Definitely taking a beating on climates and terrain and outside temperature, but for the most part, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, good job, my trusty Bolt. You did good. So here is the Bolt after about, total, because I drove some this morning, about 50 miles of driving in this snowy day, and so much ice built up. Holy cow. The tire can just barely squeak by. But, during my drive, I couldn't tell. It did fine. But there's definitely a lot of ice buildup on this puppy right here. And the toe, oh, I can't even see my license. That's great. He just totally blew my mind today in its performance. I'm just flabbergasted by how well it did. And yeah, just did phenomenal. Just tons of ice buildup, but it did great. So I definitely give the Bolt EUV a 10 out of 10. Big thumbs up. And I can't wait to drive it some more this winter. Such a great car. Such a great car.